True, back to back.
Back-to-back podcasts. I'm still wearing the same shirt.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's very important to make sure that we have a different outfit on for the show, but this is special.
Dude, my eyes are watering. You have something growing in the green room that,
That's one way to put it. Okay, now you can drop the logo.
3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome to the Goose.
Hey, there you go. And we're back.
And we're back again. You probably never even noticed.
Exactly. And
Right.
This is a special episode because one of the things we want to do with this podcast was to highlight the youth hockey players in the Tampa Bay area, or even in the state of Florida if they're in town.
All right.
Because we do everything in person. And today we have a very special guest, a young man that came to me about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
Should we call him Max?
Max Mundo.
Okay.
And he wanted to get better at hockey, and then we'll let him fill in the rest of the blanks. So if we can reach you get the hotline to the green room.
I sure do. Let me hit that button. Actually, I'll hit the timer button because I don't think I did.
And I'll bring him in.
All right.
Max, in the green room. Come on in, brother. Slide right in there, buddy. I got you some juice here because I know you've been working out.
Thanks.
You know?
He is that tall. And
even not on skates.
right.
But he's still wearing his skates.
He's still wearing his skates on top of it. Way to go, Max. Way to
Thank
take
you.
a break. How are you?
Doing better now, right?
I'm doing good. I was thirsty.
Fantastic.
Huh.
So, what brings you to the pond?
What brought me to the pond originally, or what brings me today?
Both.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you brought me today.
I did. I
Originally,
texted him.
Oh, nice. Nice.
originally,
Oh, so you planned this.
No, I didn't. I hadn't seen him in a few days because he had to go to North Carolina for some business.
Yeah.
You know, Max is a very profitable businessman, and at the age of 17,
Right.
and so
And you shotgunned it. You did a cannonball run there and back.
yes, sir.
Okay.
he don't fool around.
So I heard.
So I texted him. I said, "Hey, where are you?" And he goes, "I'm home." I said, "Well, come on in."
Oh.
And here he is.
It's a little weird going from ping pong like that, right?
Yeah,
Don't
it's
know who to
fun,
look at. Yeah. All right. Don't worry.
All right. So tell
You're
us what
natural.
brought you to the pond originally.
All right. Well, I remember the day that I found out who you were. I was at TBSA playing for the Wild, and it was just an in-house league. And one of the guys, I think Matthew Eichler,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
yeah, his dad told my dad about Goose Pond, and my dad was like, "Well, do you want to get better at hockey? This guy's really tough, but
He
we
is.
can go there. And
Reputation.
we can go there and we can see if you like it." And so I went one day, and I just showed up with no idea what was going to happen. And Chris wasn't even here the first day I came. It was Murph that was here, the goalie coach, and he just set me up with some basic drill. And I just did it for an hour and a half and was like, all right, I love this. I'm going to keep coming back.
You've
And
been
so-
here like every day ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Unlike
much.
Delaney, who did it once and said, "I don't want to come back. This is lame." And and you know what? And then we talked about not making the cut.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's up to you. You know, have whatever fun you want with hockey.
Right.
But at the same time, don't be disappointed if you get cut next time, because it's putting in that little extra effort, right?
Right,
And what are you doing outside of that? So explain where you're at.
What kind of level were you at when you came here?
Well, as I said, I was playing for the in-house league at TBSA, and I wasn't too good.
What was your nickname here when you first started?
Oh boy.
Well, I didn't know it. I didn't know I had a nickname. But apparently, I found out like 2 weeks ago that my nickname was the Bender. So,
It's
the Bender.
it's a compliment.
And what do they call you now?
He doesn't have a nickname anymore.
Anything he wants.
Yes.
They called me Stash Man a couple days ago, but I had to shave
Right? Oh,
it.
thank
so.
God that's
Yeah,
gone.
no,
Yeah.
thank you.
Really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
dude. Save it for 10 years, okay?
Yeah.
Right? We can grow in gray. This thing used to come in red and orange.
Yeah, I can
And-
still see hints of the orange.
Yeah, and I looked like a human pinata. I mean, it was just bad. But now I'm almost getting away with it.
A few more years, you'll be better at it.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay.
You'll be fine. So what do you like about the Goose? And you were a baseball player.
I was a baseball player.
Yeah, pitcher.
Pitcher, indeed. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. But then I just went to a Lightning game. My dad got tickets from his boss somehow, who was a Bruins fan.
Is that why Max is here? Are you trying to kill me?
No, trust me. It was actually a Rangers game, not a Bruins game.
All right. Well, that's
But he was a
all right,
Bruins
that's fine,
fan,
then. That's
okay?
fine.
Yeah. He still is a Bruins fan.
Who isn't? I mean, come on.
But I went to this game. It was. I
We can
remember.
edit.
I remember it perfectly clear. It was Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals in 2015.
This just wasn't any game.
No, this was a serious
game.
game.
Yeah.
And my dad's boss,
Thanks, Dad and
Yeah.
boss.
for real, he got me tickets on the glass. It was insane. It was the coolest thing I could ever experience for my first game of hockey, right?
Yeah.
And needless to say, that was the end of baseball.
Well, essentially, that was the end of baseball.
You got hooked, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
And actually, if you watch the video of Kucherov scoring that goal in overtime, 6-5 against the Rangers.
Yeah.
Are you in the frame?
Yeah. I'm in a turquoise shirt right to the left
Nice.
of
All right.
Lundqvist.
We're gonna have to dig that up.
Yeah, we're
I
digging
think
that.
so.
We're digging that up, and
See if we can get
I'll
a
give
snippet
a,
of it and hang it in the.
I'm going to give the Lightning a call since I have some connections.
Cool.
All right,
So-
we'll
so-
have our legal department look into that.
When you came here, did you have some goals?
Just to get better, to get actually decent so I could play in a real league.
Yeah.
So you could
Get away
play-
from the name Bender.
And so
Well, I didn't know I had that, but yeah.
If I recall correctly, you wanted to play travel hockey, U16, and you were just about 15 at the time, so you had a whole calendar year to get ready for that U16 season, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Did you ice skate before then?
No, I went to that game in, I think it was June or May.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because that's when the playoffs
May.
are.
Yeah.
And I was busy that summer, but I got back from summer vacation and I had to go with my friend and learn to skate at like the TBSA learn to skates
With like 4-year-olds.
with 4-year-olds who want to be figure
And you're
skaters.
7 feet tall. I mean,
Yeah, I was this height,
yeah.
6'2".
Yeah, you couldn't
when I
use
was
one
doing
of those
that.
little seal
No.
things. No.
No.
Right.
So it was just me and my friend, and we showed
Kind of
up.
like if a tree fell in the woods. Would you hear Max fall? Yeah.
I've heard Max fall.
I believe it. You probably don't bounce. You're probably more of a
No,
thud.
it hurts.
Yeah, I bet.
So you met those goals, didn't you? You ended up playing U16 travel hockey, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And,
for
and what
the Stars.
position did you end up in on that team?
I was the leading goal scorer somehow
In a travel league in 12 months.
with a whopping 7 goals.
Hey, listen, I'm not.
It's not how you got there. We're not talking about,
No one's disputing that
Yeah.
the Kissimmee Stars weren't a powerhouse,
Mm-hmm.
but you were
right.
our leading scorer,
Yes.
That's true.
right?
And there has to be one. Otherwise,
does have
it's an
to be
absolutely
one.
dismal.
Correct.
It's a longer season.
And so
Right.
the bottom line is how many players can say that they were leading scorer on their team, and also say, I just started playing hockey 2 years ago, right? And
Not
now,
many.
And now
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing with yourself now? What are you
Right
doing
now.
with yourself these days?
I'm playing for. Well, right now I'm playing for you.
For the Goose Pond Spring
For the
High
Goose
School
Pond
hockey
Spring
team.
team.
We haven't
Yep.
seen you yet, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, we missed the first game.
All
Thanks a
right.
lot. We lost 4-0 because of you.
Yeah. Leading scorer.
Sorry.
Yeah. Could used you.
I'm hoping to play varsity for Steinbrenner in the fall,
Okay.
just so I can.
That's going to be a
varsity
worthy
sport.
worthy lift, but it's good to have goals, right?
Well, actually, freshman year, right, like around the same time I started coming to Goose Pond, I was trying out for Steinbrenner varsity, and I made 2-way, so I was technically allowed to play varsity,
Right.
and I played a
And
few
a
varsity
two-way
games.
player in Lightning high school hockey lingo is someone that plays JV and can play varsity.
Right.
Yes.
You're a two-way player. Okay. That's pretty cool.
And so I was called up to a few games against like Berkeley freshman year.
right.
And I was so scared to play in that league, like where they're actually hitting.
Yeah.
It was
some big
something.
kids.
Yeah. But then I was able to take the next fall and play for Kissimmee with Coach Chris. And I was really able to develop myself as a hockey player. And then I came back and tried out for Steinbrenner again and still only made 2-way.
Right.
But I think I've gotten good enough where I would have made it freshman year.
You're going to find out.
You've always been good enough, and this is part of the aspect of training that a lot of people don't understand, but there's a mental side of this game. And we've talked about you and your mental side of your game, right?
Yeah.
And that having self confidence is very uplifting, and that's an area that you need to work on. Believing in yourself, right?
Yeah.
Really understanding that you are a big, strong player, and that you can put the puck in the net, and that's what that Kissimmee season proved to you, right?
Yep.
So
Well, not only that. I mean, a role model. You've got a lot of kids here looking up to you,
absolutely.
and that's pretty cool. That's quite an accomplishment.
All right, now speaking of accomplishments, I'm pulling this one out of the hat for you. Max doesn't like to talk about this, but I do because I think it's unbelievably astounding. You hold a record for the state of Florida, right? You want me to
Yes.
say what the record is, or do you want to say what the record is?
I think you should say.
All right. I'll
No. Let Max. Come on. He
No,
owns
no,
the record.
He's the guest.
He's better at saying stuff in a cool way.
See, Lee? You know?
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
go listen to the guest.
All right.
All right. You are the only person in the history of the world
That we know of.
that we know of,
Right.
and it's cataloged, that has piloted an airplane into every airport in the state of Florida.
No kidding.
No kidding. There's 126.
And you did this when you were how old?
9 to 13.
There you go.
Dude, that's incredible.
Isn't that awesome?
And you're worried about the mental mindset?
I know.
Dude,
It's
you
ridiculous,
got-
isn't it?
Right. I actually know something a little bit about flying, not taking anything away. That's really hard to do because you've got to do
It's not easy.
navigation, and you're 9 years old flying an airplane.
Essentially, yeah.
There's no essential about it. I mean, you were.
You're either doing it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're either flying or you're not, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Wow.
It's crazy. Isn't it?
You did. You wowed me.
I told you.
You wowed me.
This is how TV works, brother.
Jeez. Did you catch it?
Yeah, baby.
Wow.
Now, here's another fun fact about Mr. Max. He has his own business.
Okay.
Tell us
I
about
do.
your business.
Dude, I'm giddy right now. This is really cool.
I've hired him. He did a great job.
Okay.
Well, Wyatt helped. But
he
yeah.
did.
All right. Go ahead.
What's your business?
My business is car washing and pressure washing. And I've had it for 8 years. 8 years now. It's going to be in September. And it's allowed me to buy that truck that's sitting out there. It's a decent business. It's not like a
hard
lemonade
work.
stand thing. It's consistent.
He makes good money. In fact, enough that you pay for all of your own hockey, right?
Close to it.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Dude, I see the way that you are with the kids and my kids, and your aces in my book. And then to hear all this, way to go, man. That's something to be really, really proud of.
Thank you.
You can't replace
Nope.
hard work, diligence, dreams, chasing dreams, and making things happen. At the end of the day, no one's going to open it. Well, someone may open the door for you, but you're the one who has to walk through it, and you're walking it. That's really cool.
And for me, as a fellow that has been coaching you for a couple of years, training you here, you're always a joy to have around. Most of the time, there's a few times when you get a little pouty.
Well, talking about pouty.
Hey, shut it. Wyatt considers you to be a very close friend. I know
Yeah.
that you guys are close, and you have helped me here on days where we weren't training. You helped me lay
Yeah.
down the new synthetic floor.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. And I enjoy having you around, very much so, and you're very looked up to by the other kids that skate here. There's always two questions when kids walk in the door here. Is Wyatt here? Is Max coming?
My kids saw you. We pulled up, and everyone jumped out of the car before I stopped. Mind you, say Max is here. Max is here.
Yep.
Right, dude. When you've got an audience like that, that's really special. Okay, follow your dreams. Keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to have plenty of naysayers and plenty of people that I'm sure, as you've already come across with having your own business, that create some grief. Right.
A little bit, yeah.
You got the world on your shoulders. Keep doing what you're doing, and that's an easy lift, man. That's really, folks. This is really. I didn't know what to expect with this one.
This is
thank you for the curveball.
This is the real reason why I wanted to do the podcast. I want to highlight the players that play this game in this area because they're good kids.
Yeah.
And if you're watching at home and you're a hockey player, young person, realize that the whole world is your oyster, and you can do whatever you want. You set your mind to it.
Mm-hmm.
Max is a perfect example of that. Great story, great kid, and I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, Max, that is wow. I'm still in shock with the that was a good one, Chris.
Well,
I mean, that was a good one, Coach.
Stick with me, Lee. We'll go in places.
Yeah, I know. Well, when we've got people like Max on, there's no reason why we shouldn't go places because it shows that I think our heart is all in the right place.
There you go, baby.
Right? So that's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep it up.
All right, get back to work.
Yeah,
Okay.
will you?
Go on, get out of here.
Yeah.
Take that water with you.
Nice job, Max.
So, what do you think?
Dude,
I told you.
You know me. I'm usually not shy on things to talk about to a fault. And don't judge me. Yeah. What are
He's
you
taking
doing?
his mic off.
Oh, yeah, dude, bring it with you.
Make sure you shut it off.
Yeah, shut it off before you do a naked gun. And,
Don't be going to the back.
right?
Welcome to the Goose Pond
Hey,
Podcast.
welcome. Right? That is, he's in the green room.
Yeah.
And my eyes aren't tearing up anymore.
Well, he's.
I started to tear up. It had nothing to do
dude,
with this
take
funk.
it easy on the shrimp back there, will you? Yeah. Holy smokes.
Right? And the green M&Ms.
Devouring the shrimp.
All right. It smells like he works hard.
Oh my gosh, it reeks. That's the beautiful thing about the podcast. You can't smell him, but I was sitting right next to him. He stinks.
Yeah. Right. I'm just. That's a wow.
Listen, if you've got somebody that you want to have on our show to highlight their accomplishments as a youth hockey player or even outside of the world of hockey, give us a buzz. Put in a comment on the Goose Pond Facebook page.
Yeah.
We'd be more than happy to set it up and do it because that's why we're here. We want to highlight hockey in this area. Your kid, his kids, my kids, all our kids play hockey for a reason. We love this game. And it's a unique person that can play it. And I think you just saw one of the best.
Yeah, and it really brings about that team aspect of it. What brings attention to it is when you were doing your bear car washes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And thank you, by the way. I've got all that stuff, and
Cool.
and I will continue what you were doing. But in case you missed it, I don't know if this made the cutting room floor,
Yeah, I
if it
think we
was
talked
in the
about it.
episode.
I think we talked about it.
Was doing car washes, and it wasn't to raise money for the team. You would think that, right? Because everyone's trying to peddle Girl Scout cookies
Sure.
and do things to help the cause, and that's awesome because it helps a bunch of people.
Absolutely.
But you did it a little different to where you were doing car washes, you had the kids helping, and all the kids were working their tail off
Oh, yeah.
so that they could raise money for other people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just that's one of the reasons why I love our little circle, our little hockey community here
Got to give back.
every day. Every day.
I'm going to have to fumigate this couch.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here right now. I still smell them. I'm not kidding you, man. I'm over here.
Don't, yeah. No. Come on, man.
I'm just chilling. Just chilling here.
Just hanging. And you even had people bring coffee and donuts today.
Yeah, I didn't plan that. Thank you, Sharon, for the coffee and the Boston
Yes.
cream donut.
Yes. Nice.
That
You had to throw it in
That
again.
was my lunch.
Yeah. Do you plan these Boston interventions to just throw it in there? Because I hate
Lee,
Boston, dude.
Listen,
I hate Boston.
Okay, I'm going to say this just once for both of our fans. When you grow up,
For my mom.
you become a Boston fan. Okay? Until then, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. All right. We're going downhill quick.
You better wrap this one up, pal.
Yeah. We're going to wrap this one up. I'm going to say it's a cut. And wow, Max just
Blew you away, didn't he?
yeah.
I love that kid. He's a great kid.
It shows. Max, you're going to look back on this in a week or
10
40
years.
years, 10 years. YouTube will far surpass our longevity.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to look back at this and say, hey, I was doing my part and taking care of myself, and I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, don't forget your coach when you're a gazillionaire.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah. You're worth it.
All right. Cool.
That's a cut.
See
Let's
ya.
go enjoy the holiday and
Yeah, let's go
be
work.
around our family.
Yep. You got it. I'm out.